Guys, it's been a busy couple of weeks around here. I made a video of a Corvette I bought, and it didn't really get didn't upload right, so I need to make another video. But went to Savannah and got that car. But this right here, this Jewel, we went and got yesterday, and it's a '91 Fox body. Trunk car, and I've owned, I don't know, hundreds of these cars over the years, and this is possibly the roughest one I've ever owned, and the cheapest one I've probably ever owned. It is a unique vehicle. The fenders, of course, are not bolted on. The hood blew off the car on the way home, so luckily the windshield had been detached from the car, and as you can see, this big trans tunnel that somebody put in here. But so once we retrieved the hood off the side of the road, we threw it in the windshield inside the car. But you can see it was dismantled, and not a very good job at doing so, because whatever meth head did all this beat the windows out because they were gonna make a drag car. But so we'll walk around to the other side, and yeah, it just keeps getting better. It was a factory 4-cylinder, 5-speed car. It's got trailer tires on it. Under there is the stern column, still got the pedals in it. The stern column is still hooked up because we turned it to get it up on the trailer. And this thing still got the 7.5 under it. Somebody had used the gas tank to jack the car up in the back. And I know what you're saying. It's like, why did you buy this hunk of shit? And because I usually, I love a trunk car Mustang, but I usually don't get them this rough. But this is kind of why I got it. Is because somebody had put a big block Chevrolet in it and a 400 transmission, and it's got a Winters aluminum high-rise square port intake on it, which is a pretty expensive piece from Chevrolet because they're the older square port intakes. And it is like a late 70s, well, not late 70s, mid 70s. It does have the I pulled this valve cover off. These are 781 heads, so they're the big oval port, not peanut port heads. Did have a brand new set of chrome valve covers that add at least 15 horsepower to this hot rod. But I bought it basically for the motor and transmission. And as you can tell, that conversion kit they put on there with a 1/2-inch fucking plate steel, and then the motor mount that will move around at wheel, because it's not very nice. And then if you come back here, you can see this cowl. Just in case you need to retard or advance your timing as you're driving, you can just reach through the fucking windshield and turn that. But needless to say, I bought this car, in which we drove, how many miles? Well, it was on the other side of 65, on the other side of Wetumpka to get to this thing. But when I got there, the car looks exactly like it does. We didn't have to change anything to make it look this fucking bad. But I wound up buying this thing, loading it up and everything, for $100. Can't make that up. So I paid $100 for it because he was going to crush it. And I was like, well, don't crush the car, man. I was like, he's like, since y'all drove this far, he's like, if you give me $100 for it, take it. So I was like, hell yeah. So I'm pretty sure he took that $100 and went and bought him some meth. But I am fixing to, it is Sunday, I am fixing to pull it in the basement, or push it in the basement, and snatch that motor and transmission out and tear it apart. But But yeah, you know, everybody's like, you can't find those cheap cars anymore. Not saying you'd want to find this one because I think it's pretty shitty car, but you can find a trunk car Mustang Fox body still pretty cheap, and everything that's on it you could fix. I mean, it is not just totaled out. I mean, it's not a rust bucket. I mean, everything could be fixed on the car. It's not just completely fucked up, but I just don't understand why they tore it apart like they did. Because you know, you're gonna build a drag car, you still don't have to beat the windows out, and then why would you beat the side windows? I just don't get it. And it's got about 7 layers of paint on it. It was originally, of course, a maroon 4-cylinder 5-speed. For traction in the back, they didn't opt for the, you know, like, you know, Mickey Thompson, you know, E.T. Streets. They went with the trailer tires. So it's got the 14-inch trailer tires on the back. They were like, man, that 8.8 is overrated. That 7.5 I hold up. So they're running that 7.5 in the back. So lowering springs in the front, they didn't need them because the 454. So it doesn't have lowering springs. It's just a big ass 454 sitting over in there, which they could have moved forward about 6 inches, and they would have never had to cut the firewall for the distributor. And they could have not put all the mounts and 1/2-inch plates, and then the motor would have set right there on the cross member instead of so high up. I mean, the hood doesn't even close. You know, with the alternator, I had to take it off because I was going to run the number on that block right there. But yeah, the hood wouldn't even close. So it's, you know, it's a something. But it is definitely for sale. Like, if anybody wants to make I hate to say a dirt track car because I hate a dirt track car. But if somebody wanted to make a pony stock or whatever that class is called, dirt track car, this would be perfect. It's not, you're not going to beat it up anymore, I don't think. But the fenders, of course, are just laid on it. We put the front clip on there, so I mean, it's not like, you know, they will go back in the right spots. But it is for sale. Somebody wants to come to Lynette, Alabama and buy this thing, I'm going to put it on Marketplace with the motor out and the transmission out. But then it will just be a hull. But for everybody that's trying to, you know, just buy old cars or kind of get into this, they're still out there. You just got to kind of put yourself in very vulnerable situations to deal with meth heads on Saturday afternoons and very shady situations. And you know, cash is king. I mean, you know, so there's still some out there, but the intake is worth what I paid for the whole rig. I think all in all, between me going and, you know, the fuel, I think I stopped and got fuel twice, so that was about $100 worth of fuel, and just whatever drinks and snacks, but you're gonna eat that regardless, so you can't really count that, but you gotta count the fuel, I guess. My time, I was gonna be doing something close to nothing anyhow, so it doesn't really matter about time. But fuel alone's $100, so I got 200 big ones in this bad boy. And but if anybody's out there interested in this thing, it is for sale. There's probably $200 worth of sheet metal that they fabricated, that huge ass good for nothing trans tunnel. But so if anybody's interested in it, let me know. It is definitely for sale. I will sell the body. Motor, not so much. Transmission, I'm keeping it too. But and it comes with the racing approved trailer tires. So they dry hook You know, this thing will hook up on dirt. I mean, you know, they're trailer kings. So, but yeah, as always, hope y'all like these videos and like and subscribe. And I need to get out there today. It's been off and on raining around here, but I need to get out there and make another video of that Corvette, because we went to Savannah and the white buffalo, it broke down on the way to Savannah, and it was a funny story, and I need to put it in the Corvette video instead of hodgepodging it with this one. So, but I need to make a video on that car again and then post it. But yeah, if anybody's interested in a 91 super nice trunk car, y'all let me know, and I'll just PM me, send me a message, DM me, whatever the fuck it's called, and this could be yours. It's not, you know, it's not for the faint of heart. I mean, if you can't handle power and a nice car, this probably ain't for you. But as always, y'all stay safe, and I'll probably make another one here in either today or tomorrow on that Corvette. But there you go, 91 Mustang trunk car.